Hello, what's up? My name's Seb and welcome to Jump Inside Revisited. This is where we take a look back at games that came out a while ago, and maybe there's a sequel around the corner for maybe some of the stuff that I'm showcasing. This is, the reason I'm recording this video is because we've got Fable. The next Fable game is right around the corner, so I thought I'd take a look back at this one. Plus, it's one of my top 3 favorite Fable games, the other two being Fable 2 and Fable 1. They're all amazing. Let's get started. So yeah, the main portion of a Revisited episode is playing games that are old and playing them years later down the line and seeing if they're still worth playing today, whether the graphics hold up, whether it all holds up today. And you know what? I think this game is already doing a pretty good job. I love what I'm seeing right now. Apart from the fact that the princess hasn't got her full neck there, outside of that, it's doing okay. Yeah, I mean, this game's all about choices, and we'll see how these choices play out. Your first choice is playing as a prince or a princess. Do you want to play as a male or female? Make your choice. We're going to play as a male. By the way, if you do want to complete everything inside this game, you will play as both at some point, but we're going to start off as male.
Of course. The prince. It is time you saw what your kingdom is truly like.
So, yes, this game is going to have loading screens all over the places. I'm going to skip them for the majority of this playthrough, if not all of them, so I'll try and remove as many loading screens as possible. By the way, this is the way the game introduces you to the world, through the eyes of a chicken, where you'll see a chicken escape from a cart and he'll start running across the world, and that's how you're introduced to Albion. Or more or less Bowerstone. Bowerstone is the main city in Albion. You'll go across different places and you'll explore different things, but Albion is the main city. It's the biggest one. It's where Fairfax Castle is, and it's where your story will begin. By the way, this game is going to be filled with a lot of witty jokes here and there, and it's going to be very, very British in certain areas because it has a whole voice cast of British actors, so you will recognize a few voices. Like, for example, I think that's John Cleese is the butler. Continuing the story, there is an underlying story to this whole adventure you're about to embark on, but I'll just give you the download. Basically, you play as a prince. Your brother's the king. You are both sons of the hero king, the one that came before. I'm not going to go too much into that. That's a whole topic of something else, but basically your brother's the king, you're the prince, and nothing, it's not quite perfect. It's not the perfect kingdom. You'd like it to be nice and happy, but there is some bad things going along, especially with your brother. Anyway, you take your girlfriend person, Elise, into the kitchen with you. If you play as a girl, it will be a guy called Elliot. By the way, that's the chicken we saw in the cutscene. There you go. And then we will go towards the kitchen, and that's where we're gonna have to deliver a speech to all the kitchen staff. Most of you that play this game might pick the good option because you get more reward out of picking all the good options. For me, I'm going to pick the bad option and select harsh speech.
You are all privileged to work in this castle, serving your country. You have standards to live up to, and I expect you to always do your best, no matter what the cost. These may be difficult times, but I will not tolerate any unrest or the spreading of wild rumors. Now back to work!
Anyway, we meet Walter next, and Walter's basically like your guide throughout the whole game, along with Jasper, who's our butler. We'll get back to him a bit later, but Walter's basically our main guy, kind of the character's kind of father figure, because obviously the father's passed away, and you know, and he kind of guides our hero in the way he wants our character to be like. So yeah, you do kind of get that father figure as you play throughout this game, which is nice. It's good. I like it. It's good. It's decent. He's even the guy that's going to teach you a bit of sword techniques as you do your first kind of combat scenario throughout this game. So basically you have to pick up a sword and you have to battle Walter for a little bit, and then eventually you actually destroy his sword, which is just beautiful.
Ha! You only went and broke it. Look at that.
Anyway, there's some issues with what's going on around the palace. The people are complaining and they're not happy with Logan's decisions. Logan, by the way, is your brother. So Walter goes and has a chat, but you don't want to leave it there. You want to go up and see what's happening. So you and Elise, or you and Elliot, depending who you play as, go up and decide to have a chat with your brother and see if you can do something about what's happening.
What are you doing here? The war room is no place for a child. Leave now.
I'm here to stop you. You can't kill those people.
No, wait. Enough!
How dare you turn against me? Perhaps you believe you should be the one making these decisions. You really wish to defend those traitors? Then so be it. Let us see how you do. Take my brother and his friend to the throne room. We shall settle this matter officially.
Anyway, that brings you up to this main decision where your brother's gonna make you choose between either saving Elise or saving the people of Albion, and you have to make a choice right here who's more important. By the way, if you don't make any decisions, he's gonna count down from 5, and if you don't make a decision by then, he will generally kill them both and execute them both, which is a little bit of an upsetting decision because it's forcing you to make a choice. Who do you want to execute? What a horrible decision, but yeah, there you go.
You disappoint me. Take them all away. Kill them now.
Anyway, both Jasper and Walter think the king's gone way too far, so you're going to leave the palace tonight and form a rebellion that will take him and the palace down, leaving you in charge. That is the road in this game that will lead you to becoming king of a revolution army. But before you leave, Walter would like to take you to the history, to your legacy, to the catacombs of the palace, to see if you are a hero. When you step into the zone, the circle of this location, the statue will drop down his hands and reveal to you a guild seal. When you touch it, time will stop, and it will be revealed to you that you are a hero.
The seer of the spire. I guided your father in his greatest triumph. But you have an even greater destiny ahead of you. The seal awoke at your touch, as it would at no one else's. This means the fate of Albion rests on your shoulders.
So, yeah, basically this is the road to rule, and as you play this game, you will gain companions along the way, you'll get along with different characters, and eventually you will follow this way all the way to the end of the road to rule, where you will have to lead a revolution. I'm not going to say what happens at the end of it, but, oh yeah, it's cool, yeah. This game is absolutely awesome. I love it. Anyway, a couple of things that I will mention inside this game that I absolutely love. This is the sanctum, the sanctuary, whatever you like to call it, and this is where you go to whenever you pause the game, and this will have everything from your weapons, your armor, your trophies, the amount of gold that you're carrying. This is where the home zone is going to be for your character. At any point you can just come here, which is really nice to have. This does change looks as the game continues, so it doesn't always look like a mess. It's going to look beautiful. It's going to look weird at times, but yeah, but mostly this is basically your home away from wherever you are inside the game. You can just teleport here whenever, which is really nice to have. Just to let you know as well, this game is open world and free roam, so you'll be able to explore different locations. These locations are zoned off, so each area is its own zone. You can't just teleport anywhere you like, but you can teleport every time you've unlocked one of these circle locations. So that's always good and nice. It's a big explorable game. You're going to be able to go to a lot of places. You're going to be able to explore a lot. It's very open world, but at the same time, each section of the open world is sectioned off from each other. So you'll only be able to explore different parts as the game continues. So yeah, also it's got some collectibles, as you can see. So if you want to collect things on the way, you know how much you've collected in each particular area. So yeah, that's always nice to have as well. Also, the fighting will take a while until you get to your proper bad guys, but yeah, there will be different fighting inside this, and you'll be able to use different things like magic as well as sword and weaponry. So you will be able to have different attack powers depending what you're battling. You'll start off pretty much with magic, which is really nice to have. You'll get used to the magic in no time, and then eventually you'll have a sword and you'll be able to have a gun where you'll be able to shoot enemies and slice enemies in half. Anyway, that's the game for you right there. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, tell me what you think. Are you going to get the next Fable game? And which Fable game is your current favorite? If you do have one, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll read them and check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on another Jump Inside video very soon. Goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Anyway, I will see you guys on another Jump Inside video very soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.